could you give me a typical purchase in the U.S. versus here?
The process was totally different. I think that's what you're looking for, was the process. That when you first, you could do your research a little bit better in the United States because you did have historical information on properties, but the realtors there had much more responsibility than they have here. In the United States, they will, once you go out with them and you see and you decide on a property, they will negotiate it for you. They
will negotiate it down to get you a better deal.
If whatever, or contingencies, timing. I mean, there's a whole lot involved. Then they present the offer to the seller. Then if it's accepted, everybody looks over the contracts, and then it becomes a real contract. You're committed. And even after, and they will set up the closing. They set that all up. They do all of the paperwork for you. You just go in and sign. And then a lot of people don't even show up for closing. In the United States, you can do all the paperwork in advance. The realtors take care of that for you. So that's all in place on the day that you're buying. So, and they arranged for the banks to come
also,
in.
Also, the whole electronic age, very different. We used to sit at a closing, and the way I used to describe it is you keep writing checks, and when you're out of money, everybody says congratulations. Now it's an electronic transfer. Maybe people show up, maybe they don't. Sometimes they come to my house and we sign our name and we closed. And the money just gets transferred electronically. It's very, very different.
But the realtors do everything for you.
In the U.S.?
In the U.S. Here, it was really surprising because we contacted the realtor of our choice. We went out with her. She showed us what we wanted to see. She answered our questions. She writes the offer. She talks to the seller. And then we were pretty much done. Then we get handed over to the attorney who does all of the work that the realtors in the States did. The attorney wrote the offer. She wrote the contract. She took us to get notarized.
I see.
In David, we had to meet her in David for the notary, which was all done by the realtors in Florida. But this was a whole other thing. Once you cut the deal, the realtors here are out of the picture. It all goes back to the attorneys.
Just to summarize, in the U.S., the realtor, he represents you. Here is just kind of he responsibilities finish when they show, and then the lawyer is the guy that represents you.
Yes.
So would you say are the same responsibilities, but it's divided between realtor?
Very, very similar.
Yeah.
We only closed on one house in the States with an attorney. All the others,
a long time ago.
Yeah.
But it was a different state. It kind of varies from state to state.
Everything else was done without an attorney, just the brokers. Or the real estate agent, they're not really brokers.
So if you like this clip, you have to watch this other clip. And if you want to watch the full playlist of clips, click here. Thank you for watching. Take care.